Okay, this video will show the basic setup and operation of the Copilot 2 installed on an aircraft. We're going to use our test board to simulate the aircraft. And we're going to start by powering up the transmitter. Powering up our test board. As you can see, the test board has full function aileron. We have elevator, and this simulates our rudder. Okay, we're going to power up our programmer. First thing we'll do now is we'll press enter, and it comes to the main menu, which is choose task. Our options are quick setup, preferences, and pre-flight. We're going to start with quick setup. We'll press enter. Now asks us to press enter to erase the old setup, which we'll do. Asks us, do we want to use the 3D flight modes? At this point, we're not going to use 3D flight modes, so we'll say no and press enter. Okay, it asks us to select aircraft. Our options are airplane, VTOL, helicopter. So we'll select airplane, press enter. It asks us which way the main sensor is facing. On the main sensor, it does show numbers. This particular setup, we have the number 1 and 4 window facing forward. So we will enter that into the programmer. Press enter. It asks us if the sensor label is facing the sky. In this case it is, so we'll press enter. It now asks us to center our elevator and aileron stick, so that is centered. We'll press enter. It now asks us to move the elevator stick slowly back. The way I do this is just one continuous motion. Just go full up elevator, hold it until it says elevator saved, and let the stick go back to neutral. Press enter. It now asks us to move the aileron stick slowly left. And we'll do this the same way. We'll move the aileron stick in one continuous motion to the left. We hold it until we see aileron saved. Center the stick. Press enter. And that completes the sensor setup. We'll press enter. Now we'll go into the flight mode setup. The flight mode setup is where we're going to assign the on-off capability to the transmitter. So we will say yes, press enter. It asks us to enable the remote on-off. We will say yes, press enter. It asks us the modulation of our transmitter. Your choices are FM PPM or 2.4 PCM. In this case we'll use FM PPM. Press enter. It now asks us to confirm that the remote is working, and you'll see the millisecond number on the screen. So on your transmitter now, if you rotate the knob or move the switch, you'll see that number change. This just lets you know that this is the correct switch or knob that you have it set for. Once you confirm that that is working, you press enter. And now it asks us what type of switch this is. Our choices is two-way, slider, three-way, or volume knob. And this is a three-way switch. So we will press enter. This screen just is an information screen that lets us know that there's one off position and there's two flight modes. Press enter. It now asks us to move our switch to the off position. So I'll show you here. Here's our switch. It's a three-way switch, and you can set off to any position that you want. I'm going to set off in the middle. Now I'll press enter. It then asks to move the switch to flight mode 1. Again, this is where you want flight mode 1 to be. You can have it set in the up position or the down position. We'll assign it in the up position. Press enter, and then move the switch to flight mode 2 position, which is full bottom. Press enter. Now ask to move the remote to change screens. This is simply just toggling your switch or slider. So here, all the way in the up position, it shows you that this is flight mode 1. The remote equals 100% and it's not assigned. So what we'll do now is we'll hit the decrease button, and we're going to assign level flight, which is the only available flight mode for this particular setup. I'll move this switch now to off in the middle, and it shows you that it is off, and also shows you that the auto trim is set at 6 degrees, which is the default setting. And now I'll go to flight mode 2, which says it's not assigned, and we'll go ahead and assign this one to level flight also. That is our only choice again for this mode. We'll press enter, and that completes the flight mode setup.